Let's take a look at how to buy a domain on Namecheap. Now, if you click the link in the description or the top comment, it'll take you to this page on namecheap.com where you actually may see a new customer code. So if you haven't bought a domain or you don't have an account at Namecheap, you can actually get a domain for the first year for like half the price or nearly half the price, $6.49. That's a .com domain. So once you're on this page, you're going to search for whatever the domain is you're looking for. And so for me, maybe I want the shortened version of Pixel and Bracket, like Pix and Brack, and I could put .com. Maybe I'm looking for the .com, and then click search. Before you do that though, make sure you click this copy button right here and copy that code or type it in, and you'll be able to get that discount. So we click search here, and it's going to search to see if that domain is available. It's also going to recommend any other domains like .to or .io, .xyz, different things like that. But if you just want the .com here, you can see here at the top we got a check mark. It means that that domain is available. And on the right hand side, we can add it to our cart. If we don't have it already added to our cart, which I do. And so if it's added to your cart, you'll see a check mark here. And then you'll see this little checkout button down here, or you'll see your cart up here in the subtotal. So if we go and we check out, we view our cart, it's going to take us to this page here. And here you can choose how long you want your domain to be registered for. So you pay for domain registration yearly, and you can set it up for 1 year and just pay each year, or you can purchase many years in advance. Now, most of the time when you get a discount like that new customer discount, you get the discount for the first year. And so usually if you buy 2 years, then the next year will renew at the full price. Now from here, we can actually enter in the promo code here. If you're not a new customer, I would recommend you go to Google and you just search Namecheap coupons and kind of look for any coupon codes. But if you are a new customer, this is probably the best one, that new com 649. And we can apply that code. You'll have to be logged in, I guess, before you apply the code. That's fine. So we're going to create a new account here in a second, but you can also see domain privacy here. I would suggest just having that enabled. It's free forever. And then we can confirm the order, which just takes us on to the next page where you can log into your account or create a new account. So if you don't have an account, you'll want to create one here. We're going to go Pix and Brack, and then I'll create a password, first name, last name, email address. And of course you can uncheck the newsletter if you don't want newsletter from Namecheap, and then create account and continue. It's probably going to ask us if we're, well, I guess if we're human. So click this I'm not a robot button and make sure you re-enter your password. Then we should be able to create the account and continue. We may have to verify our email address, but you may not. Now from there, it's going to ask you to fill out your contact information. So with any domain registration, you have to have your contact information in there, but there's domain privacy that you register for as well, so that it blocks any of that if you don't want that to be shown, because people can sort of reverse look up any domain and find the registration. So you'll have to enter this because they have to know who the domain is registered to, but there are ways to block that later on. And then once you have that information entered, you can scroll down to the bottom and just hit the continue button. Now inside of here, it's going to have the registrant contact, administrative contact, all this stuff where basically the billing and everything. You can go in and edit those contacts individually if you need to for the domain, but you don't have to. Usually if you're just registering for yourself, it would all be the same information. So we can just hit that continue button on the right hand side. On this screen, you'll start to enter in your payment information. So once you fill that out, that next screen, you're going to be able to enter in any promo code that you have. So like that new customer discount, for instance. But basically, you fill in your contact info, fill in your payment information, and then we're going to continue on to basically review the order. Before we continue on though, if you scroll down to the bottom of the payment information section, there's actually this little area where you can set up auto renewal. So if you don't want to lose this domain when it expires, you can actually check mark automatically renew all of my eligible services. And so this will set up auto renew so that yearly or every 2 years, however often however many years you've purchased of your domain, you'll be able to auto renew that, and it will never expire. Because if your domain expires, someone else can pick it up. Not that they would, but that's sort of the risk at play here, but your website definitely wouldn't work anymore. And so you might want to turn on auto renew, but you can also turn that off if you want to manually keep track of it. And after you do that, you can just hit that continue button one more time. That's going to land you on this review order page. And here is where you can see that basically you have the domain registration, 1-year registration. You have free domain privacy. That's what I was talking about. Like, people can't look up your contact information just by looking up your domain and reverse looking that up. And so that actually comes free here on Namecheap. So that's pretty helpful there. Now we'll find the promo code section and I'll show you where you can enter in those promo code details. So you can click this edit cart item right here, and that's going to take you back to this area. And now since you've created an account, you're technically logged in. So we can paste in that new com for like new customer .com 649 and apply it. And there you go. You have that special rate that if you click that link in the description, it'll take you to that page and should show you that coupon. From there, we can confirm our order and kind of go back through and make sure that all our information is accurate. So all the details you put in should still be in there as you go back through those pages. And then you're going to land back on this page where you've now entered that promo code and you hit that Pay Now button to purchase your domain. So what happens after we hit Pay Now? Let's go find out. So it's going to process that order really quick, and then it will show you this page where it says thank you for your purchase. Now in the upper left hand corner, we've got our new account here that we can go to. So we go to our account, we can go to our dashboard, and there's a domain section where you can manage your domain. You can also click the orange button here at the bottom here to go straight to it, but I wanted you to know if you create an account, that's where it's going to be in the dashboard. You can see 2 spots here in the dashboard. You can see that recently active in your account. It's going to show some information, some domains, etc. down here. You also have domain list here on the left-hand side to see all of your domains. But with this domain, we can manage it in different ways. Once we click on it, we can manage a lot of stuff here, from domain to products on it, like if you want to add web hosting to the contact that's registered and all that kind of information. So that's how you can then manage your domain that you purchase. But you don't even have to. You can actually transfer your domains out of Namecheap. So a lot of times I'll just use Namecheap because it's one of the cheapest domain registers, and then I'll just have that domain. I just know I have it. If I need to use it somewhere else, I can go transfer it. I build a site on Squarespace or Wix, I can transfer the domain over there. But usually Namecheap is a pretty good place, pretty cheap place to buy domains. If you have any questions, or hopefully this works out for you, like I said, the link is in the description down below. If you click that, it'll take you to that first page, and that's how you can buy a domain on Namecheap.